Hi and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be making these cute fun marshmallow lollipops. So let's go over what we need here. I have a pool noodle that I cut up from Dollar Tree. I have paper straws, and I have the skewers from Dollar Tree. Also we'll need a rolling pin and some paint and some Mod Podge that I got at Dollar Tree. And some DAP, which I get at Home Depot. And I'm using some popsicle sticks to stir up the paint and the DAP and the Mod Podge. Some ribbon, hot glue, scissors, and some air dry foam clay. And this bows I get off of Amazon. And some other different air dry foam clay you can get off Etsy or Amazon. Some eyes, which I also got off of Amazon, some resin eyes. And I have a flower cutter here, and some mint candies, and some other sprinkles that I made from polymer clay, and some fine glitter, so we're going to start with the pool noodle here. And I'm going to take some this little foam stuff that I got at Home Depot, and I'm just going to find anything that can fill the hole up, but we'll be able to stick a skewer through. And I'm just going to shove that inside, so that way when I put the skewer through, it has something to hold into it, and just make it so it's tight inside of the pool noodle. Now I'm taking my air dry foam clay and I'm conditioning it and rolling it out. I'm going to wrap it around the pool noodle tightly and press it to get the air out, and then cut off the excess. And then I'm just going to keep patting and rubbing along the mat until it's nice and smooth. You could also use a little bit of water to smooth out any little cracks or anything inconsistencies in the clay, but just keep working with it. Be patient. It does take time, but you can do it. Now I will set that aside, and I will work with two other ones that I made earlier that are dry. So I'm not working with the wet clay. I'm going to work with ones that I had already made and dried. So I'm going to take the skewer and I'm going to poke that up through underneath the marshmallow and just break off the excess. Add a little bit of hot glue so it stays in there securely. I'm also going to take a little bit of this blue paint, mix it with Mod Podge and DAP, so it's so I can spread it over the top like a drip kind of on top of the marshmallow, but I like mine a little bit thicker. If you want it thinner, you could just do the Mod Podge with the paint, but I add a little bit of DAP just to give it some more thickness, so the drip isn't so runny. It's a thicker consistency, which I prefer. I'm just going to add a little bit more blue paint just because I wanted it to look a little bit more blue. Put a little bit of hot glue in there, put the skewer in. I'm going to take a straw, paper straw, and I'm going to slide that down in, cut off the excess. Then we're going to tie a bow from whatever ribbon color you would choose. I'm using white. Tie it in a bow, and then hot glue that onto the paper straw. And now I'm going to take the popsicle stick and I'm just going to rub it around and make the drips down the side. Some I do longer, I kind of rotate, going down longer and then shorter and go the whole way around. Just make it look as you would like. And then once you get it the way that you like, I will take some fine glitter and sprinkle that on top of this mixture here to give it a little bit of sparkle. And then I'm going to take random different sprinkles and place them all around on top. You can put as many or as little as you like. You could shake them on, or you could place them one by one like I do. Whatever you choose to do would be great. And I like to rotate the colors all around the marshmallow. But again, if you just want to mix all your sprinkles together of all the ones that you want and just kind of sprinkle them on, you can do that as well. Both look good. So today we're going to be making these marshmallow lollipops, one with a gingerbread on top and one without. Please leave me a comment and let me know which one you like best, the one with or without the cute little gingerbread on top. And let me know, will you be trying to make these too? If you do not want to make them, but you would like some, you could go visit loveishomadeshop.com and I have those there available. Also, if you want to check me out on Facebook, I'm also Love is Homemade on Facebook, and I have a few other things that I don't have on YouTube. Feel free to come and check me out. I would appreciate your support. And if you like this video here, please like, share, and subscribe so it gets out to more people. I would really appreciate that too. So now we're going to do the same thing, just add a little bit of hot glue, put the skewer in, then size up the straw and cut that back, and then put some glue on the skewer, and then slide on the paper straw. Then we are going to also do a ribbon for this one. Now you can either use for the drip like I did before, or here's another option where you could use air dry foam clay and then use a flower cutter to cut it out and then press that down on top of the marshmallow. So here's two different ideas on how you could do the top, whichever one you would choose to do. Let me know which look you like better. Do you like it with the air dry foam clay, or do you like it with the blue one that I did first with the Mod Podge paint and dab? Let me know which one you would choose to do when you make your marshmallows. Leave me a comment. I would love to hear which one you prefer. So I just pull that out and I'm just smoothing all the edges a little bit for the loose clay pieces, and then I'm just going to run my rolling pin over it slightly so that way it doesn't look so much like a flower and looks more like a splat. Then I put some Gorilla Glue on there and just press that down with the palms of your hand until it's down as far as you want it to. And then I will take a paintbrush with some Mod Podge and I will rub that over the top and then add sprinkles and glitter to the top of that. And I'm just randomly placing the sprinkles all around. So now I'm going to set that aside and we're going to work on making the gingerbread head and the arms to go on top of our marshmallow lollipop. So we will condition this and then roll it up and keep rolling until it's nice and smooth. I'm going to use this little ball tool. You could get those off Amazon, Hobby Lobby. And I'm just going to put a little hole to where I want the eyes. And then I'm going to take the eyes and put them in the hole, and then take my ball tool again and just press the eyes into the head a little bit more. And as you're holding the head, just be careful that you're not putting pressure on your fingers because it misshapes the head. Then I'm going to roll out a little nose and use these circle cookie cutters to make a mouth. And then I'm going to take this little chalk stuff and a Q-tip, and I'm just going to make little rosy cheeks. I'm going to take some air dry foam clay and white, and I'm going to roll a snake with that so it could be the icing for the top of the gingerbread head. And then I'm adding a little bit of water to the top of the head just so it sticks a little bit better, and then just do it in like a little wavy motion on the top. Then I'm going to take a toothpick, put a little bit of Gorilla Glue into the head, and then push that down into the top of the marshmallow. And we'll set that aside, and now we're going to work on making the gingerbread arms. We're going to roll out 2 balls and make sure that they're about the same size, and then I'm going to roll it out, pressing with my pointer finger towards the tip so it gives it kind of like a ball at the tip and then a long part for the arm. You want them to be about the same size. And now I'm going to take some more white foam clay so we can make the icing to go around the hands. And again, I just added a little bit of water so that way that sticks to each other better. As long as your clay is wet, it should stick fine, but I always add just a little bit of extra water just to be sure. And then I'm going to press that on the back side of the gingerbread head. And I'm going to take the silicone mold, put a little bit of oil down in the bottom, and put some clay in there to make a bow for the head. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope I have inspired you. Please leave me comments and let me know what you would do different. So hope to see you next time. Thanks. Bye.